round 16 of the FIM Motocross World Championship, the MXGP of the Netherlands at Arnhem. MX2 race 1, and it was Simon Langenfelder who swept across the Foxhole shot line for the 7th time this season. He was closely followed by Andrea Adamo. Rick Elsinger there in around about 5th or 6th position through the first couple of corners. Kevin Horgmo merged 3rd with Emil Weckman 4th, and then Everts going round both of them from 5th to 3rd. Lucas Kuhnen, your pole man, was in around about 6th position, coming into view now, but a couple of corners later, he fell and was last to get going in a 30-rider field. He came round at the end of the opening lap in 16th place and would carve his way through to an eventual 6th place finish. Liam Everts quick to get by his main rival, the championship leader, Andrea Adamo, to take over 2nd place, as Lucas Kuhnen carved his way into 10th on his way to that 6th place. Rick Elsinger found his way past the 24 of Kevin Horgmo to move into 3rd, but he would fall 2 laps to go and end up in 9th place. Adamo had a bizarre situation, got roosted from a back marker. The goggle strap came off the back of the helmet whilst he was in 2nd. He maintained track position just ahead of Liam Everts, and a lap later, Everts fell from 3rd. He picked himself up in 3rd place ahead of Jago Geerts and Kevin Horgmo. But it was Simon Langenfelder, the Red Bull Gas rider, who cruised to his 5th race win of the season from Adamo, Everts, Geerts and Horgmo. Kuhnen was 6th. MX2 race 2, this time from gate number 3 over on the right-hand side. Liam Everts with his 3rd Foxhole shot of the season. Adamo getting squeezed in there, but he somehow managed to escape in 3rd place, just behind Horgmo. Langenfelder, your winner from race 1, was in about 6th place as a few riders, Oriol Oliver, Joel Rizzi, Isaac Gifting, Rome van der Moostijk, fell at turn 1. Kuhnen from 5th to 4th around the outside of Adamo on the opening lap. He then went after Braceras, and then Horgmo. This pass on Horgmo for 2nd. And then he went after Everts. And on lap 2, we had a new leader, Lucas Kuhnen, charging down the inside of Liam Everts. A couple of laps later, though, it all went wrong for the 96. He crashed from 1st to 3rd as Everts and Horgmo went through. Had to do it all again. That's exactly what he did. And he was right back on the pace immediately. And by lap 5, so it only took him really a lap to get going again, Langenfelder was having difficulties. He went off track in 5th, maintained 5th. And watch this move here from Lucas Kuhnen to take the lead from Everts around the outside. Did not give in, squeezed him as he went through. Jago Geerts got the better of Horgmo to move into 3rd, about a 3rd distance, and Adamo nudged Langenfelder aside as he moved into 5th. Langenfelder would eventually come home in 6th ahead of Camden McClellan. Final lap, this was for the podium. If Everts stayed there in 2nd place, he would win the Grand Prix. If Geerts went through, he would find his way on the podium. He briefly made it through, and a few corners later, Everts fought back for 2nd. Jago Geerts finished 3rd. Lucas Kuhnen went on to win the race for the 5th time this season. He thought he'd won the Grand Prix at that stage as well. But in the end, the win, the overall Grand Prix victory, went to Everts with a 3rd and a 2nd. Lucas Kuhnen, 2nd overall with a 5th and a 1st. Langenfelder made it to the podium. He would have missed the podium had Geerts' pass stuck, but he was 3rd with a win and a 5th. Geerts and Adamo just missing out, but Adamo leaves here now 72 points clear. He started the weekend 80 clear of Everts. Geerts 30 points behind the Belgian, Langenfelder and Kuhnen. Kuhnen now up in the 5th. Fantastic Grand Prix here at Arnhem in the Netherlands. Everts, Kuhnen, Langenfelder, Adamo continues to lead with 3 to go.
I lost it for a moment there, just going a bit too defensive, but I managed to get Jago back. The move was on the limit, but it was for the overall. So yeah, super pumped, super happy. Big thanks to the whole team, Red Bull KTM Factory Racing team.
Did you know that was for the win when you made that pass?
No, I had no clue. I was hoping I'd be on the podium, so you're always counting a bit. I wasn't riding the best, so I was just one more lap, and just keep going and keep focused. And I knew Jago, you would do everything the last 2 laps.
In MXGP race 1, all eyes on the battle at the top end of the table between Fevre and Prado. And it was Prado who came through for his Foxhole shot number 11. There was carnage down in the first turn. Benoit Patrel, Ruben Fernandez, just two of the riders caught in that. But up front, Prado led, Febvre second, Seewer third. Maxime Renault fourth, Koldenhoff in fifth. Valandren, who started way on the outside of the grid after a 33rd gate pick, he emerged in around about 7th or 8th place as Febvre took over second from Seewer. Geiser got the better of Valandren as he moved into 7th place. But then Ferrato was charging through the field as well. And as the two riders refused to yield, there was carnage. Paul Jonas made a good start, but he eventually faded to 8th place. This was the moment between Ferrato and Valandren. Valandren being crashed out of the race from 8th place. Ferrato went on to finish 6th. Maxime Renault, a simple error left him in 7th place. He dropped a couple of positions. All eyes on the battle, as we said, at the top end of the table. Febvre got his moment on lap 9 of 18 to take over the lead from Prado. At that stage, the gap was reduced to 96 points, but then a stone jammed the rear sprocket. Whilst he had about a 3 or 4 second advantage, he eventually managed to get that machine going, but he was in 3rd place. Even Seewer went through, look, from 3rd to 2nd. And then with a couple of laps to go, Seewer was challenging Prado for the lead until this happened. Rubberman picked himself up. He finished in 3rd, but that was a gift for Romain Febvre to get back into 2nd. But it was a 13th race win for Prado from Febvre, Seewer, Koldenhoff and Geiser. MXGP race 2, this time gate 1 over on the far right-hand side. Romain Febvre with his 5th Vauxhall shot of the campaign. Maxime Renault went in side by side with his fellow countryman. Seewer was there in 3rd. Koldenhoff just ran wide, lost a couple of positions as Jonas emerged in 4th place. Prado was in about 6th or 7th on the opening few turns. But it was Febvre who was in dominant mood in this second race. Seewer quickly into 2nd with that pass on Renault down the back straight. Paul Jonas, though, just having 1 or 2 issues, and eventually he faded to 9th. But it was a gift for Koldenhoff to get himself up into 5th on the opening lap. Geiser also found his way through, and Geiser was challenging for a top 5 position early on. Maxime Renault on lap 4 fell from 3rd. He eventually came home in 6th. Koldenhoff, under the watchful eye of his home support, blasted by Prado on lap 7 to move into 3rd. And Tim Geiser also tried his hand, but he spun up and eventually threw in the towel to settle for 5th place behind Prado. Jeremy Seewer, 2nd, Koldenhoff 3rd. Seewer rode his luck here, and this was for 3rd overall. If Seewer stayed there, he was on the box. If Koldenhoff found his way by, he was on the box in his home Grand Prix. And this is how close it was going into the final lap between the two of them. They caught Romain Febvre, who crossed the line to win his 7th race of the season. Seewer 2nd, Koldenhoff 3rd. Koldenhoff off track here. Sorry, Seewer off track here as he celebrated that podium. But for Romain Febvre, his 6th Grand Prix win of the season with a 2-1. Prado 2nd with a 1-4. And Seewer 3rd with a 3-2. Championship now, Prado 92 points clear of Febvre. Seewer 3rd. No changes there, though, on page 1. Romain Febvre enjoyed the top step. So, too, did daughter Nina. 6 Grand Prix wins this season for Febvre. Prado 2nd, Seewer 3rd. Prado continues to lead with 3 rounds to go.
Second moto was much better, pulled the whole shot, and then yeah, like you said, rode my own race. I was feeling good. Track was heavy, but I could make the difference. Yeah, shame for a second one because I was doing the same, but got problem with the rear brake and get stuck. So definitely I cannot go 1-1-2 in GP overall. I have to go always like 2 or 3-1, something like this. So. Yeah, anyway, win number 6 this year, so really happy about it.